Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYNT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Justin Case. We begin tonight with a death investigation in Floyd County. Troopers there say they were conducting a search warrant on a home in the Wayland community around 4 p.m. During their search, they found a body buried outside. Right now, troopers aren't saying if they suspect foul play. An autopsy will be performed to identify the person and determine the cause of death. A federal appeals court has upheld the Kentucky law requiring doctors to perform ultrasounds and show fetal images to patients prior to abortions. The 2-1 ruling by a Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals panel marks a victory for Kentucky's Republican Governor Matt Bevin. The 2017 law was challenged by the state's last remaining abortion clinic. Kentucky's law would force doctors to describe the ultrasound while the pregnant woman listens to the fetal heartbeat. A custodian at a local school is charged with criminal abuse. The details of the arrest citation are disturbing. Police say Rose Arnett allegedly beat a young boy in her room and locked him in his room, making him use a coffee can to relieve himself. We are not sure the relationship between the two. People who know Arnett say they are shocked this happened.
Not one time I've never seen her grab one of the youngins in the wrong way. I've never heard her holler at the youngins in the wrong way. Like I said, it's a big shock to everybody up in here. I mean, nobody would have never expected that.
Arnett is facing a first-degree criminal abuse charge for a child under 12. She'll be in court for a preliminary hearing next Monday, April 8th. Jenny Wiley Theater in downtown Pikeville has been served with an eviction notice. In less than 2 weeks, the theater that has been entertaining many people here in Pikeville for years, will no longer exist. The reason why is being described as troubling. We sat down with the Pikeville city manager to find out what went wrong. The eviction notice only affects the Jenny Wiley Theater in Pikeville, not the Jenny Wiley State Resort Park in Prestonsburg. Pikeville city officials say the theater's finances led to the decision.
Jenny Wiley has incurred substantial debt, and there has been some potential financial mismanagement.
This building is owned by the city, then leased to the group who manages the theater. Pikeville city officials say the group broke the lease agreement several months ago.
Some time ago, we had notified them of their default on their lease when they laid off all their staff and canceled their productions.
After terminating the lease, city commissioners appointed 2 people to the board that oversees the theater. That's where Philip Ellswick says they learned about the debt.
It's close to $1 million of debt. All of that to third parties, none of that to the city. And you know, I don't really know what the debt was. It's hard to ascertain exactly what it was used for.
Locals say the news is shocking. They say their memories of the theater are happy ones, spent with family.
She never would sit still for us to watch any kind of movie, and she never moved the whole time. That's cool. Yeah, she loved it. We all did.
The theater is not going away. Instead, it will be managed by the city and by the East Kentucky Expo Center.
The city will be managing our own theater program. We've hired the former executive director at Jenny Wiley. Her name is Robin Irwin, and she's come on our staff and will continue with theater productions just like she had been planning at Jenny Wiley.
Making difficult decisions after concerning revelations. We have not been able to reach Jenny Wiley's board members for comments. Ellswick is also not sure what the theater will be renamed. Operation Unite is encouraging communities to utilize Unite drop boxes for unused medications. President and CEO Nancy Hale says the unused medication drop boxes are a safe way to get rid of pills, whereas leaving them in the house or flushing them can be dangerous. Hale says since they started the drop boxes in 2012, they have collected 13 tons of unused medications, enough to cover half a football field an inch deep.
But the fact that those are off the streets, that have been properly disposed of, is a key issue.
Staff say there are 41 permanent Unite drop boxes throughout the region.
We've seen those clouds increasing a little bit later this evening, and we're really going to start to see those rain chances increasing as we head into the overnight hours. You'll notice here on our Moorhead cam looking along Interstate 64, just those cloudy skies and dry for now, but that'll change here soon. And as we look at satellite and radar, it's trying to show those showers increasing. Really, most of those are out west now. We're not seeing a lot of those showers falling across our area, but those will continue to increase as we head to the overnight hours. Temperatures, they're pretty comfortable out there. Some spots into those lower 60s to about those mid 60s across our area, showing 63 in London, 60 in Hazard, and 64 in Prestonsburg. We'll drop to the lower 50s tonight, not dropping too much due to the cloud cover already moved in. Showers though move in really overnight and then into your Friday. So most of those showers are going to impact your Friday morning, and especially that Friday morning commute. Hopefully we dry out by the time we get to the afternoon hours. Good news is that we do see a warm up as we head into this weekend. Bad news is those showers and storms return pretty quickly as well. I'll have that full forecast coming up in just a little bit. Justin.
Paige, thank you. Kentucky Education Association Vice President Eddie Campbell was elected as the new president Thursday. Campbell has served as the association vice president since 2016. He is also on leave from the Knox County school system, where he is the choir director for Knox Central High and Knox Middle Schools. His 3-year term as president will begin June 15th. Organizers and volunteers were busy today with cleanup and preparations for Saturday's War Daddy mountain bike race in Hyden. The race will start at the Leslie County RV Park at 9 a.m. Saturday and will cover a span of 68 miles. Registration is closed, but more than 40 riders are expected to attend, many from surrounding states. John Maggard, who's the promoter of War Daddy, says the race is a way to pay tribute to his hometown and show off what the area has to offer.
I've ridden all over the country, and one thing that I always realize is like coming back home and riding here is just as good, if not better, than any place I've ever been.
Organizers hope to make this race an annual event. They caution the Hyden community to be aware of racers during their Saturday commute. 90-year-old Willard Kinzer has spent most of his life working in Kentucky's oil and gas industry. Kinzer is being honored today by the Kentucky Oil and Gas Association and by Senator McConnell's office. To this day, Kinzer says he still goes into his office at Kinzer Drilling every day, the company he built here in the mountains. The World War II veteran also still drag races cars that can reach speeds up to 200 miles per hour. Even with those 2 awards today, Kinzer says he is humbled by the experience.
Yeah, I certainly appreciate it, and not for sure I'm deserving of it, but I appreciate it anyway.
The 90-year-old says he has no plans on retiring anytime soon, but says he may consider it when he's older. Coming up at 11, a heartbreaking hoax. What appeared to be a major break in a multi-state search for a missing boy is now something else.
And showers will move into the mountains tonight and into your Friday as well. We'll break down that full forecast in just a few short minutes.